All right, let's start in Vajrasana with my favorite Kapalabhati with Uddiyana Bandha. So inhale through the nose, exhale the air forcefully out the nose in 1 second. Snot may fly out, hence the Kleenex. And then draw the abdomen up. In, strong exhale, draw the abdomen up. Okay, ready? You can focus on the third eye. Inhale, draw the abdomen up. Repeat. And inhale, return to normal breathing. Blow your nose if necessary, cough, whatever you need to do, clear out whatever has come up. It's a very cleansing practice for the respiratory system, also for the digestive system. It really is a deep cleansing. Also, I feel my mind gets clearer. Now go ahead and curl the toes under, sitting on the toes as best you can, for as long as you can. Inhale the arms up over the head in reverse lock, stretch through the elbows. Exhale, lengthen. And then draw the abdomen up. Ujjayi breath, inhale. Pause. Lengthen a little bit more. Exhale, keep that length. And then draw the abdomen up. Repeat that on your own rhythm. So inhale, pause, lengthen more. Keep that length as you exhale, then draw the abdomen up. One more breath. Inhale. Pause. Lengthen. Exhale. Draw the abdomen up. Inhale, twist to your left. Lengthen. Draw the abdomen, exhale. Draw the abdomen up. Inhale. Pause. Lengthen. Exhale. Keep that length. Draw the abdomen up. Inhale. Pause as you lengthen. Exhale back to center. Draw the abdomen up. Change the interlacing of your fingers. Inhale. Pause as you lengthen. Exhale, twist to the other side. Draw the abdomen up. Inhale. Lengthen, pause. Exhale. Draw the abdomen up. You may be on a different breath rhythm than me, that's fine. Inhale. Lengthen and pause. Exhale. Draw the abdomen up. One more inhale. Exhale back to the center. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands behind the feet, opening through the collarbones. You might just end up clasping your hands here. Hands might be on the floor. Thinking about really opening the upper chest, feeling that congestion from the lungs, that tightness in the chest area that we can feel when we've shut down to ourselves, to love. Shut down to feeling that breath of love moving through our being. One more breath. And then inhale, come on up. That should be plenty on your toes if you lasted that long. If not, that's fine. Tap your toes out. And take it over into child's pose of your choice. Let the breath really move into the lower back, opening the spine, opening the rib cage, creating some nice space for your lungs today. Come forward, so your bum will come off of your heels. Walk your elbows forward. Hands and forearms together as much as you can. And from here, inhale, and then exhale, slide your hips back. If you wear glasses, it might be a good idea to take them off in case you can rest your face on your biceps. So sliding the heels, the hips back and away from my elbows. My hands are still together here. My elbows are still together here. Really opening through this upper armpit area. Nice, deep, slow inhale. Take a slight pause after inhale. Exhale, and feel free to draw the abdomen up. Same breath pattern. During that pause, allow that breath to relax and suspend into your body, opening up pockets of tension, pockets where you might be holding some fear, or it's just some cloggy thoughts. One more breath. And then go ahead and relax. Slide back to child's pose again. Inhale, come on up. Take our little child's pose twists here. Left elbow comes over to the right, palms together in prayer. Inhale. Pause the breath, feel some more length in your spine and your belly. And then exhale, draw the abdomen up. Inhale. Pause, lengthen. Keep that length as you exhale. And then release. Come back to child's pose. Arms can be out or by your sides. And inhale, come up. Exhale, right arm crosses over, palms together in prayer. Inhale deep into the belly. Exhale, draw the abdomen up. Inhale, lengthen, pause. Keep that length as you exhale. Take another breath here. And exhale, release back. Child's pose. Come up to force. Inhale up, curl the toes under. Exhale, slide into downward facing dog pose. Bit on your knees a bit, so just sort of walk it out, pedal it out. Come up onto your toes and slide and pivot onto the balls of your feet so your heels drop down to your right. So now I'm opening up my left side body rather substantially here. As I inhale, breathing into my lung pockets. As I move my body, I allow my lungs to move into other places in my rib cage. Just feel the lung tissue expand in there and get free. Inhale, come back up. Down dog. Notice the difference in the sides of your torso and your being, but also notice your lung capacity, the presence of the spongy factor of your lungs versus your left versus your right. Come back up on your toes, balls of feet pivot, slide the heels over to the left. Now I'm breathing into my right side body. For me, it feels very different than my left. So adjust yourself so you can get into that right side body somehow. Inhale, pause and lengthen. Exhale, draw. And if that's just too much, because whatever's happening in your body, just keep the focus on breathing, expanding the lungs to help you find pockets where you can digest tension, digest crud, digest hidden material, or just forgotten about material. Let your breath and your lungs help you open up places that have been closed down or forgotten about. And come back to the center and just notice. Come back to force. Either child's pose or sit back into Vajrasana. All right, one more time. Come back to force. Inhale up. Exhale, slide back to child's pose. Forearms to the floor. Inhale, come through with the nose. Curl the toes under. Exhale, dolphin. Inhale, come through. Exhale, back to child's pose. Release the elbows. Inhale to force. Exhale, slide your right leg back behind you. Stretch through that back heel. Inhale, come back to force. And then exhale to child's pose. Clasp the hands behind the back. Open, shoulders. Release down. And drain out. Just let it drain out. Come back up to force. Inhale up. Exhale, slide back to child's. Forearms to the floor. Inhale, nose comes through. Curl toes under. Exhale, dolphin. Inhale, nose comes through. Exhale, slide back to child's. Release the elbows. Inhale, back up to force. Left toe moves back, left foot moves back. Stretch to the back heel. Inhale, back to force. Exhale to child's. Clasp hands behind. This time, inhale, open. Bring the body up to hood ornament. All the way up. And all the way back down. Release the arms down and take a breath. Slide the arms up. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Forearms to the floor. Inhale, scoop through with the nose. Exhale, curl toes under, dolphin pose. This time, inhale, lift your right leg up into dolphin. Come to the tippy, tippy, tiptoe if you can. Slide it back down. Tippy, tippy, tiptoe if you can. Slide it back down. One more tippy, tippy, tiptoe if you can. Back down. Release the foot. Come back. Child's pose. Inhale, scoop through. Once again, exhale, dolphin. Once again, back, scooping through. Release child's pose. Inhale to force. Slide your right leg back. Inhale, back up. Curl the toes under this time. Exhale to downward facing dog pose. Inhale, back to force. Exhale, child's pose. Clasp the hands behind you. Inhale, up, all the way up to hood ornament to maybe take it all the way back. Exhale, back over. Release the arms and breathe. Final side, inhale, up, fours. Exhale, child's pose, forearms to the floor. Scooping through with the nose. Curl toes under, slide up into dolphin. Left leg up this time. All the way to the tippy, tippy, tiptoe. Inhale. Exhale, slide back down. Two more times. Inhale, tippy, tippy, tiptoe. Slide back. Inhale, tippy, tippy, tiptoe. Slide back. Everything comes down. Come back up. Child's pose. Scoot it through with the nose again. Curl the toes under, dolphin one more time. Scoot back through with the nose. Release the elbows this time. Inhale, come up to force. Slide back with that left leg. Inhale, back up to force. Curl toes under, downward facing dog this time. Inhale, force. Exhale, child's pose. Clasp the hands behind you. Inhale, up to hood ornament. All the way up if you can. Exhale all the way back down. And release the arms. Good. Come forward. Inhale up. Exhale to dog pose. Right leg up into three-legged dog. Open the hips. Exhale, bend the leg and thread it through. Open that left arm. Feel that long opening on that left side. Hand to the mat, three-legged. Come forward, right leg through, warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, feel that long open you up, reverse warrior. Feel the lungs now buoyantly bring you back to warrior two. Inhale, side angle, long. And then exhale, warrior two. So I'm really feeling my lung energy here. My lungs from the inside open, those pockets. So it's really lung driven here. And the idea of being lung driven right now is to clear out the congestion. We're moving from winter to spring. As we move from kapha, that vata energy, the frozen tundra, as it begins to melt. That's why we get these summer kind of drainage things going on. So let's just allow this lung practice to sort of melt the ice in our lungs and create more freedom for breath and flow. And then just stay over into side angle pose and finding that space in that left lung. One more breath here. And then take your left lung down and roll it down. I'm keeping my back foot on the floor for right now, so I'm not taking my full roll here, but just a lung roll. Just a little lung roll and a little lung roll up. Just think of it as a little lung roll. Go into your bakery. I'd like a dozen lung rolls, please. We won't do a dozen, just do a few. Just make it gentle like an organ. So just roll that lung down, opening up some of that back. Maybe it might kind of frozen and crunchy in the back there by your spine. Come from that spongy, soft, moist lung. One more lung roll. Come up. Inhale back up to warrior two. And then exhale, hands to the mat. You can take a chaturanga up dog, down dog here, or half push up, or just go to down dog. Walk or jump your feet between your hands. Roll up or come up through chair. And then stand. Take a moment, close eyes. Just before we do the other side, feel that effect of the practice. Vibrancy perhaps, lightness, maybe a little tingling, more space, more breath. I feel really almost like I had a cloggy, like my screen door was dirty from the cobwebs and the winter and the dust, and so I just got hosed off on one side and the sun's shining through on this side. I feel like that right now. I feel like a nice clean screen door, and I really like it. Taller, lighter, More grounded still though. Inhale, breathe the arms up. Exhale over. You can do a chaturanga up dog, down dog here, or just step back to down dog. Left leg up into three-legged. Play with the opening of now this other side. Opening in between the thighs as you open to Krankasana. Have some fun in there. Discover what pockets are available for you to explore. And then bend the leg. Slide it through, thread the needle. Inhale, now open up your right arm, your right side, breathing into the right lungs. Hands to the mat, back to three-legged. And then bring the leg through to warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, feel that lung float up. Reverse warrior. Both lungs float you back up to warrior two. The lung floats you over to side angle. The lung brings you back up. Again, inhale. Exhale. So on your own time, let that lung energy move you from pose to flow. Can I use that spongy, vibrant, springy lung to spring me from winter to spring? Let's feel that space. It's like get the cobwebs out of my lung tissue, making my lungs a place of health, a place of breath. This next time when you get to side angle pose, just stay there. And allow the breath to fill the back body as well as the side body and front body. Feel the lung really opening up that rib cage. Instead of me using my muscles, which is right there for me, I can use the lung to give more space, more length. And then let's do some lung rolls. So I'm going to take my lung, I'm just going to roll it down, roll it up. If your arm's getting tired, you don't have to do it with the arm, okay? It can be down. And let the lung roll you forward and back. Come from the lung. Do one more lung roll. And then inhale, come up from both lungs. And then take hands to the mat. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog if you like, or just a down dog. Walk or jump your feet between your hands to Uttanasana. Now feel both lungs open and widen in the back. Feel the lungs come around in relationship to hold the heart in the chest. Now feel the lungs undulate up as you come up to a flat back. Inhale, lower, middle, upper lung. Exhale, upper, middle, lower lung. Inhale, lower, middle, upper lung. It's going to go into the glands here, into the brain. We'll talk about that. And then exhale, upper, middle, lower lung. Inhale for the lungs, moving up to a flat back. And exhale, soften you down. One more. Inhale, lungs move you up to a flat back. Bend your legs, bend your knees and ankles. Then inhale, arms come up by your face, bringing the body up to chair pose now. So that the length of the lungs move through the back body. Inhale all the way through your spine. And now inhale, standing. Float the arms down. Take a moment and feel. Just feel that space of that lung energy all the way. That lung energy that goes all the way. Let's give a little nod to the brain and your vestibular system. So go ahead and place your thumbs here on this bone behind your ear and just play a little bit with the skull. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften and sink to chair pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gonna go ahead and rotate to the right. Breathe deep into the same thing like we did when we were in child's pose. Breathe deep. So I'm gonna be breathing deep into this whole lung region. I'm just showing you all facings here. And if you'd like to open your arms, go right ahead. But feel it from that lung place opening. Hands back to prayer. Inhale, come back to chair pose. Move yourself around. Boop, 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 boop. You don't have to do that, or you might. And then exhale, other side. I'm feeling my lungs be spongy. And from the expansion of my lungs, it's my arms follow. Back to prayer pose arms. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, float the arms down. Feel what's happening up on top. How is it relating to the bottom? Is there something that's keeping that flow from moving all the way down into the legs? Or all the way up through to your skull and your brain and your senses? Just notice where those pockets, where there's still that congestion from winter, that congestion from whatever, wherever we are. It doesn't have to be seasonal, but just that congestion is preventing the flow. Saying, okay, you did all that, now look at me. I want some attention. So, yay, now you'll get it. Or you won't. Sometimes you can't address everything in one day, and that's okay. All right, let's just go to the floor now. Hug knees to chest, and cross your right ankle over for through the whole pose. Allow your back to be soft and spongy on the floor. Allow your lungs to feel supported. Before they were more in a position of supporting, and now let them feel supported. And let the increased capacity for breath to flow influence what's happening in the rest of your body. So if you're feeling hips or shoulders or back or neck or just brain fog, let that flow, that increased flow that you might be feeling in your lungs region, let that lightness and flow translate to whatever area in you this moment could use some of that support or that remembrance that it's possible. For those of you who would like to, you can place your outside of your foot inside the crook of your elbow and then hug the knee, hug the foreleg into the body. And then go ahead and straighten that leg straight up. You may use a strap here if you have one, if you need one. Feeling your hamstring. This is a great time to feel your back just lengthen. And your head literally floats out of your asana. The less I do now, the more I feel my lungs saying, oh, I know what we're doing now. And I just say they start to take over, start to expand, almost like bread dough rising. It's just like, oh, I get what's going on. And then just starts to happen. And go ahead and take your leg out to the side, opening through your inner thigh. If you are more bendy in this way, take your left hand around the back of your head and grab your right foot with your left hand. Then thread your right hand through, press down onto your right leg, and then counter it by pressing your left hip into the ground. You may not get there, but you're on your way there. Lengthening that left side and your left waist. And then release the leg down. Take a moment, observe, experience. Then through the whole pose on the other side. And feeling the lungs supporting. The lungs supporting. Supporting the opening of whatever needs it for you right now. Use Ujjayi breath if it helps you. Softening what I can. Can I soften my belly a little bit more? Can I experience a little bit more softness in my lungs, which might lead me to more softness in my ribs and my upper back? And my shoulders and my neck and my brain then. Softness in my body, does that lead me to softness in my thoughts? Softness with how I see the world. A little bit more openness. Softness with how I see the world of myself. Can I see myself with more softness, with more compassion? Can I see myself more in present moment? Instead of locking myself into who I think I should be, who I could have been, who I would have been, who I was. Who am I? If you'd like to go ahead and cradle the leg, go right ahead. Not required. None of this is required. Hopefully inspiring you, if you're not doing what I'm doing, hopefully inspiring you to find your own practice then. So we practice together. And we don't have to always do the same things, which is kind of cool. Very cool. That's it for me on that cradling of the leg. So if you need more, do it. But my leg's saying, we are done. So go ahead and straighten. Again, you can use a strap here. I have one right behind me, which I'm not using. I'm feeling very quiet from all the lung work. So allow yourself to feel that same sense of quiet if you are. And bask in that presence of breath, of space. As your lungs just open. Sometimes when I've got to that place where I like to get in my practice, then Ujjayi actually gets in my way, and a deep breath is a little bit too physical for what I'm doing. And even though I am stretching my hamstring here, I'm feeling a presence of more than my muscle. I'm feeling this whole spaceness in my practice. So then a deeper breathing actually kind of gets in my way. So play around for you. If you do discover things in these practices, I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to text me or email me, get back to me with your findings. I always love hearing from you. I'm just waiting for this to sponge out a little bit more. This side's taking a little bit more time. I'm also waiting for my hip crease to sponge a little bit more, so it just feels a little more. I want that to feel a little bit more like my lung tissue, so I'm just waiting to give it some time. If you don't need this much time, then go ahead and take your leg out to the side. There we go. And then take your leg out to the side, opening through your inner thigh. If it's in your realm, you can take your right hand behind your head, grabbing your left foot. Left arm threads through, presses down on that thigh. My hip is going to have to roll up here, but I will still counter it by, instead of just giving in completely to it, I'm going to counter it by extending through my right leg. And if I start to feel too much here in my lower back or my sacrum, of course I won't do it. Again, allowing this area to feel spongy and open, like finding the lung tissue and my other tissues. You may want to stay there a little longer. My body's saying it's had enough in this position. When you are done, slowly release your leg down and come to mini Shavasana. If you need to do anything else before the major Shavasana, go right ahead. If you need to hug your knees to your chest, maybe do a little bit of 1 minute abs to really stabilize the core, because we did a lot of length through here. So flex through the feet, heels of the hands into the thighs, press in and slightly up, and press my lower back to the floor as I just press my legs into my hands, lower back into the floor. Still feeling that spongy quality of the lungs, creating length in my back, lengthen my neck, keeping soft in my shoulders to the best of my ability. Keep pressing my lower back down, pressing my thighs against the palms of my hands, pretending that I'm in class, making everybody, including myself, do it just a little bit longer because I just wanted to quit. So I'm just going to go a little bit longer because that's when it really starts for me. There we go. And then a little bit longer, and then release. Just testing my back with a few twists here. And then move yourself into Shavasana. In Shavasana, just allow now your whole body to breathe. Your whole body as a sponge, a breathing sponge. If you like water images, feel like you're a sponge in the ocean and the water is flowing through you, nourishing all those nooks and crannies. If you prefer air, then maybe you're an airborne sponge that responds in a squishy way to air. That air flows through you, not drying you out like a crusty sponge, but just still feeling the breath of life, that fluid movement of breath moving through you. And as you feel that fluid movement of water or air moving through you, and it contains all the thoughts, all the ideas, all the knowledge of all of creation. You are a receptacle, a channel, and a contributor to this vast sea of consciousness. If you are in need of a particular mode of thinking or certain types of thoughts, allow those to become louder or more relevant or more present, not relevant, but present and available to you as they pass through your screen door. Maybe they go in and nourish parts of your body or being that need a particular line of thinking. And just like as you inhale, you breathe in, you exhale, you breathe out, Let that thought go in, nourish, and then go out, back into the stream. So we receive what we need for that moment, and we're able to let go to the next moment. So then we can be more present moment with the next thing that we receive, and then let go. Because each present moment, what we receive is more potent, more nourishing, because it's addressing us in that present moment. And stay here and bask as long as you like. When you're ready to come out, take a deep breath in and release. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes to feel the edges of your brand new physical being. Slowly roll your head from side to side to side, feeling your brain nourished, balanced. And then gently roll to one of your sides into a loose fetal position. And push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Feel free to stay here and move on to meditation. It's my honor and my privilege to share these teachings with you. Namaste.